Welcome to Lifespan. Forget everything you thought you knew about history, because today we're plunging headfirst into a bizarre journey into a life so statistically improbable, well, it sounds like fiction.
It really does. We've got some pretty wild testimonies in front of us today, pointing to one absolutely unbelievable story.
Today on the Lifespan podcast, we're talking about Roy Cleveland Sullivan, an American park ranger.
Yep, worked in Shenandoah National Park. You might not know the name, maybe you do, but his story.
Wow. Our bizarre journey is figuring out how this man became known as the human lightning rod.
That's the nickname he earned, because according to all the documented accounts, the testimonies we have, he survived being struck by lightning 7 times.
7. Between 1942 and 1977. It just sounds made up.
Doesn't it? But the records seem to back it up. It's truly astonishing.
So our mission today on this bizarre journey is to dig into that, the sheer oddity. What do the testimonies say happened each time?
And what does it tell us about chance, survival, maybe even things we just don't understand?
Exactly.
Okay.
So let's start at the beginning. Strike number 1, April 1942.
Right. Sullivan's at this new fire lookout tower in the park.
And crucially, the testimonies point out, it didn't have a lightning rod installed yet.
Oh, that's not ideal. Towers like that are prime targets. Tallest thing around.
You'd think. So a storm rolls in, he ducks inside for shelter. Makes sense, right?
Totally the logical thing to do. Get out of the rain, get somewhere solid.
Except the tower itself starts getting hit. Multiple times, the accounts say.
Oh, yikes. Okay, so maybe not so safe after all.
Right. So Sullivan decides, understandably, I got to get out of here. He makes a run for the door.
Don't tell me.
A few feet from the exit, bam, lightning gets him.
Oh, come on. The irony. You try to find shelter, get struck trying to leave the shelter that wasn't safe.
Exactly. The testimonies say he got a dunk on his right leg, lost a toenail.
Relatively minor, considering, but still.
Right.
What a way to start this pattern.
Shocking start, no pun intended.
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump way forward. Almost 3 decades. July 1969.
Okay, what's he doing now?
Driving his truck on one of those winding mountain roads in Shenandoah.
All right, so he's in his vehicle, generally considered pretty safe during a storm, the Faraday cage effect.
That's what science says. The metal body should conduct the electricity around the inside. Keep you safe.
Should being the operative word here, I suspect.
You suspect correctly. So the testimonies recount lightning striking a tree nearby first.
Okay, happens all the time in storms. Trees get hit.
But then, and this is where it gets really weird, the charge apparently deflected off the tree.
Deflected.
Yeah, bounced off it somehow and went straight into the open window of his truck.
Into the open window. That just bypasses the whole Faraday protection.
Completely.
Yeah.
Knocked him unconscious, singed his eyebrows, eyelashes.
And his hair? Did his hair catch fire?
It did. That seems to become a recurring theme, unfortunately.
Unbelievable. But wait, there's more to this one, isn't there? The truck.
Oh yeah, so he's unconscious, right? The truck just keeps rolling down the mountain road. And it only stops, according to the testimonies, right near the edge of a cliff.
You are kidding me. Struck by deflected lightning and nearly rolls off a cliff while unconscious.
Double jeopardy. The level of sheer, bizarre bad luck is just stacking up.
It really is. This is moving beyond coincidence into something else entirely.
And it doesn't stop. Just 1 year later, July 1970.
Okay, where is he this time? Hopefully indoors somewhere solid.
His front yard. Standing in his own yard.
Okay. Less protected than a car or building, but still.
Lightning hits a nearby power transformer.
Right, they get hit sometimes, designed to handle it mostly.
Mostly. But instead of grounding safely, the testimonies say the charge jumped from the transformer.
It doesn't say it.
Directly onto Sullivan's left shoulder.
It jumped to him from the transformer.
Seared his shoulder. That's what the reports indicate.
This is getting ridiculous. It's like the lightning is actively seeking him out now. 3 strikes.
The pattern is undeniable, isn't it? It's just strange.
Strange doesn't quite cover it. Okay, what's next?
Spring 1972. He's inside this time. A ranger station in the park.
Finally, okay, a proper building. Walls, roof, should be safe.
You'd think, you really would. But nope. Lightning strikes the ranger station.
The building itself, okay.
And somehow, through the building, it sets his hair on fire. Again.
Inside the building? How does that even happen? Was he near a window? Metal plumbing?
The testimonies don't always specify the exact mechanism, just the outcome. Hair on fire. Inside.
And the reports mentioned he had trouble putting it out this time.
Yeah, apparently his head didn't fit under the faucet easily, so he had to grab a wet towel. It sounds almost darkly comical, but imagine the terror.
Absolutely. And this
Yeah.
one seemed to really affect him psychologically, didn't it?
It did. The testimonies suggest this was the turning point. After strike number 4, he started to genuinely believe something, some force, was actively trying to kill him.
You can almost understand why he'd feel that way, as irrational as it sounds.
He developed this intense fear of death. Started carrying a can of water with him everywhere.
Just in case his hair caught fire again.
Yep. And for months during storms, he'd apparently lie down in his truck cab.
Even though he'd been struck in his truck before.
Maybe he thought lying down was safer.
Mm.
Or maybe the fear just wasn't rational anymore. It's heartbreaking, really.
It paints a really grim picture, this constant state of fear.
Okay, on to number 5. August 7, 1973. He's on patrol.
In the park, I assume.
Yep. Sees a storm cloud brewing, and by now, he's terrified. He tries to drive away from it.
Sensible reaction given his history. Get away from the potential danger zone.
But here's where it gets even weirder. Sullivan claimed, and this is in the testimonies, that the cloud seemed to be following him.
Following him.
A cloud. That's his account.
Yeah.
He said he tried to outrun it, finally pulled over, thinking he'd lost it.
And then...
Then, bam, struck again.
Yeah.
While he was out of the truck this time.
Oh, my God. Did he see it coming?
He actually claimed he saw the bolt hit him this time. Said it went down his left arm, left leg, knocked his shoe off.
Knocked his shoe off. The force must have been incredible.
Then it crossed over to his right leg. And you guessed it.
Hair on fire.
Hair on fire.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Did he use his water can?
He did. The testimonies say he crawled back to his truck and doused the flames. That can of water became essential survival gear for him.
The whole cloud following him thing, it's just so bizarre. Whether it was real or his perception fueled by trauma, it adds another layer.
It really does. Okay, strike 6. June 5, 1976. He's at a campground.
Another storm.
Sees a cloud approaching. Convinced it's after him again, he tries to run.
The same pattern. Fear, attempted escape.
But it gets him anyway, right there in the campground.
What were the injuries this time? Besides the inevitable hair fire.
Injured his ankle, apparently.
Yeah.
And yes, hair on fire again. 6 times.
It's just relentless. You have to wonder how he kept going to work, kept going outdoors.
Maybe it was his life, being a ranger. Or maybe he felt he couldn't escape it anyway.
A grim thought. Okay, the last documented one, number 7.
June 25, 1977. Just over a year after the last one. He's fishing.
Fishing. Okay, seemingly peaceful. Near water, though, which isn't great in a storm.
Exactly. He's at a freshwater pool. Lightning strikes.
Where did it hit him this time?
Right on top of the head, according to the testimonies.
Ow! That sounds incredibly dangerous. Direct hit to the head.
Set his hair ablaze,
Yep.
of course, 7th time. And caused burns down his chest and stomach.
Brutal. Just absolutely brutal. He survived that.
He did, but the story, it doesn't even end there. This is maybe the most Roy Sullivan part of the whole thing.
Wait, there's more to the 7th strike? How?
As he's reeling from the strike, burned, hair probably still smoldering, he turns towards his car, and there's a bear trying to steal the fish he just caught.
You cannot be serious. A bear shows up right after he's struck by lightning.
That's the testimony. Freshly struck, injured, and now he's got a bear problem.
That's beyond bizarre. That's like something out of a cartoon, but horrifyingly real.
And what does Sullivan do? He picks up a tree branch and fights off the bear.
While injured from a lightning strike.
Apparently. The testimonies even note this was supposedly his 22nd encounter with a bear in his career.
22 bear encounters and 7 lightning strikes. This man's life was just operating on a different level of reality.
It really encapsulates the whole wild, improbable nature of his existence, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. Okay, so we have to ask the big question, why? Why Roy Sullivan?
Yeah, what made him such a target? Statistically, it's basically impossible.
The odds are mind-boggling. Like you said, 1 in 10,000 maybe for one strike over a lifetime, but 7.
The numbers get thrown around. 1 in 10 octillion, that's a 1 with 27 zeros. It's meaningless almost.
Pretty much. It just means should not happen, but it did.
Okay, so environmental factors. The testimonies are clear. He was a park ranger, spent loads of time outdoors.
Right. And Shenandoah National Park, Virginia, it gets a lot of thunderstorms, 35, 45 days a year, maybe more some years.
So his exposure level was way higher than average. That makes sense for maybe one strike, right?
Yep. Exactly. Increased exposure definitely bumps up the probability of being struck once, maybe even twice if you're exceptionally unlucky, but 7 times. Exposure alone can't explain that frequency.
Did Sullivan himself have any ideas? The testimonies mention he had theories.
He did speculate, apparently. Wondered if he had some unusual mineral content in his body or some chemical makeup that, attracted the electricity.
Like he was biologically different.
Sort of, but scientifically,
Yeah.
there's just no basis for that. People aren't lightning rods because of their blood type or anything. Lightning goes for the path of least resistance, tall objects, conductive materials.
So science doesn't really have an answer for the repeated targeting of one person.
Not a satisfying one, no. We understand how lightning works in general, why it strikes certain things, but why it would strike the same person 7 times over 35 years? That remains fundamentally unexplained. Pure astronomical chance. Some factor we don't understand, we just don't know.
It's kind of unnerving, isn't it, that something so statistically impossible could just happen.
It certainly challenges our sense of order and probability.
So, inevitably, this story got out. He became famous, or maybe infamous.
Oh, absolutely. The media picked up on it. He got nicknames like the human lightning conductor.
And the human lightning rod, that's the one that really stuck.
Yep. And his 7 strikes landed him in the Guinness World Records. Officially, the person struck by lightning more times than any other documented human.
That's quite the record to hold. Did it bleed into pop culture much?
It did, yeah. The testimonies mention that character in the movie The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Mr. Dawes.
Oh, right. Who says he's been struck 7 times?
A pretty clear homage to Sullivan. And he was on that TV show. That's incredible. Back in the 80s.
I remember that show. Wild stories like his were their bread and butter.
Exactly. There was even a song, apparently, Roy Sullivan by Lightning Loved, and a nod in the video game Firewatch. His story just captured the imagination.
This almost mythical figure forged by lightning. But the testimonies hint at even more, right? Unverified strikes.
Yeah, he apparently claimed he was first struck as a child while cutting wheat with a scythe. That wasn't officially counted in the 7, though. No proof.
A scythe. Wow. And wasn't his wife struck, too, at one point?
That's another incredible detail from the accounts. She was struck once while hanging laundry in their backyard. Sullivan was nearby, helping her, but he wasn't hit that time.
Just uncanny. The electricity seemed drawn to his vicinity, even if it didn't always get him directly.
It adds another layer of strangeness to the whole thing.
Understandably, all of this took a huge toll on him, personally.
How could it not? The testimonies make it clear he developed a profound fear of storms. That belief that clouds were hunting him.
That must have been terrifying, living in constant fear of the sky itself.
It sounds like a significant psychological burden. Probably PTSD, though it might not have been diagnosed that way back then. Just constant grinding anxiety whenever the weather turned.
And it affected his relationships too, didn't it? People started avoiding him.
Sadly, yes. The testimonies suggest colleagues, maybe even friends, became wary of being near him during storms, out of a kind of superstitious fear.
Awful. So he's dealing with the trauma of the strikes, the fear, and then social isolation on top of it.
It's a recipe for deep unhappiness, isn't it? A man living an extraordinary life, but burdened in ways most people couldn't even imagine.
And his story doesn't have a happy ending, unfortunately.
No, it doesn't. Roy Sullivan died in 1983 at age 71.
But not from lightning.
No. Tragically, the official cause of death was a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Reports at the time apparently linked it to depression over unrequited love.
Such a sad end. It really highlights that the physical survival was only part of the story. The mental and emotional scars ran deep.
It's a stark reminder, isn't it? Even someone who survives the impossible can be felled by internal struggles. The human cost of his bizarre journey was immense.
If folks listening want to dive even deeper into this bizarre journey, there are places to look. The testimonies mentioned finding contemporary news reports might offer more details.
Yeah, digging into local Virginia newspaper archives from the 40s through the 70s could be really revealing. See how it was reported at the time.
And YouTube, apparently. Documentaries, video essays covering his life story.
Those can be great for visualizing the locations and hearing different perspectives on his experiences.
There's also a book mentioned, out of the blue, A History of Lightning. Might give broader context.
Right, understanding the science and superstition around lightning itself could shed light on how people reacted to Sullivan.
And, the internet rabbit hole. Reddit threads, blogs about weird history. People definitely discuss Sullivan online.
Always take those with a grain of salt, maybe, but you can find interesting discussions and theories sometimes.
Weather history podcasts, too. Like, This Day in Weather History might have covered him.
Lots of avenues for the truly curious.
So, Roy Sullivan. His bizarre journey is just an unbelievable testament to how unpredictable life can be. 7 lightning strikes. the human lightning rod.
It really pushes the boundaries of probability and what we think is possible, a story that sticks with you.
And while that survival story is just mind-boggling, we have to remember the impact, the fear, the isolation, the tragic end.
Absolutely. It's not just the tally of strikes. It's the story of a human being profoundly affected by extraordinary, terrifying events. His life shows that even surviving the impossible carries a heavy weight.
Sullivan's story really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other completely unbelievable lives are out there, hidden beneath the surface of normal? What weird forces, what sheer chance dictates our path?
It certainly leaves you questioning the neat lines we try to draw around reality.
Keep digging, keep questioning. Join us next time on Lifespan for another bizarre journey into history's unhinged side. And hey, if you enjoyed this dive into the unbelievable, please share, rate, and follow the show for more wild stories.